And a special applause for Rob Sundberg's suit today because it's fabulous. We all love it, don't we?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of Novato. Insert applause here. Good evening. Welcome to the 20th party, the 20th birthday party of Novato Community TV, formerly Novato Public Access Television. It started at Novato Public Access Television, which we knew as NPAT. The founding partners, the City of Novato and the Novato Unified School District. Clap your hands. About NCTV, it's an award-winning PEG station, P-E-G. What do those letters stand for? Public, education, government, any of those things you will find on Novato Community TV. NCTV is a nonprofit organization with a long history of providing our community with a platform to voice their own opinions. Yes, you can clap for that too. That's a beautiful thing. As a nonprofit, our station relies on our community support through membership, renting our production studio and equipment, offering media training courses, and filming and producing media for local events, schools, government agencies, and more. Right now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the executive director of Novato Community TV. Give it up for Pam Hazley.
Well, I have to read because I just thought of what I'm going to say about 5 minutes ago. But first of all, welcome, everybody. I see a lot of familiar faces here, and I think that the station has probably produced a show for about half of you here over the years. So I really appreciate you being here and supporting NCTV. I want to introduce my staff, but I think they're all working inside. Oh, well, Justin Russell here is videographer and editor. And a rock star. John DeLeon is my technical operations manager. He's inside streaming this live. So when you go inside, let Justin know if you want to go inside, you will be able to see what's happening out here in there on our TV channel, Comcast Channel 26. Dawood Zafar is filming back there. Big round of applause for him as well. And then Don Lewis is our social media manager, and he's managing the virtual portion of tonight's event. So we have it all going on. We're maximizing every single thing that we do here at NCTV. In addition, John Reicher over here, raise your hand. He's going to be doing a live interview with anybody that wants to be interviewed here. Just let Justin know. So if you want to be on TV, he's your man, and John's your interviewer. And John's been doing his show for umpteen years. I'm actually going to interview him a little bit so we get to know more about this very active producer. I'm out of breath. I just want to, I know I only have 5 minutes, but I just wanted to personally shout out and say thank you to Curtis Aiken for volunteering tonight to do a cooking demonstration. He is here, I promise. He's actually inside doing a Zoom meeting right now, if you can believe that. Vance Ash should be here. He is our longest reigning board member. He's a former board member now. He's been on the board for about 12 years, not because he wanted to, but because I gave him the ultimatum. If you retire, if you resign, I resign. Shelley Kleiner and Margaret Capernos. Shelley back there. She created the first community TV show in Marin County called Sounding Board, and it's still airing. I said, Margaret! I said. Shirley Graves couldn't be here. Her husband, unfortunately, just passed away, but she has been producing a show for 19 years called Public Advocate. So we did a special edition for her to reminisce about all the shows that she's done. So that was a tribute to Shirley. Madeline Peters, I don't see her here. She is actually the first president of NCTV. I see Jennifer Goldfinger over here. She's a former board member. And then a very special guest here tonight is somebody who's not paying attention right now. Her name is Bea Federley. Wave your hand, Bea. Come on over here, actually. Bea is a multimedia instructor at the College of Marin. We have a great partnership here. We get a lot of wonderful interns from her, such as Dawood, and she just signed up 15 of her students to be members. Round of applause for that. So we do rely on your donations, your volunteerism, use of filming here and providing content for our 3 channels. So we need you, and tonight there's no better night than tonight to sign up to be a member and get started. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our brand new board president, Jacob Daly. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jacob Daly. I just wanted to thank you all for coming, and also thank Corey Cameron, CCK, for putting on this entire event, all the resources, she put everything together. So please, let's give Corey a round of applause. Thank you. So, being new to the board, I just want to thank everyone for coming and hope everyone enjoys themselves. But also, what we're here tonight to do is to create awareness for the resources of the facility and get people to sign up, and also to put their hand in their pocket if they must donate to help us out, because that's what we're here for as well. So basically, just on that, I just wanted to say thank you for all coming, and please, if you have a chance, go into the facility, have a look, sit down, have a chat, use the facility, get used to it, and tell everyone you know that it's here for them and available. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jacob. Very nice. So you ask, how does one become a member? I'm glad you asked. All members receive free access to equipment and facility. Of course, that requires advance notice and certification of proficiency. Usage of our iMac editing suites, along with support if needed. Ability to air your show on cable TV and through our online platform. Tonight, we're streaming on Facebook. We're broadcasting live and recording for future broadcasts. Everybody say, ooh. Everybody say, ah. That's huge. Proclamation on NCTV social media. Member of the Month featured on the NCTV homepage, selected by the NCTV staff. Dedicated page on our website to showcase your programs. Remote production assistance, including one-on-one training and consultation. Additional fees may apply. Discounts on off-site productions, streaming packages, and more. Nonprofit and commercial members receive all benefits of a standard membership extended to 3 members of an organization. 1 free promotional video up to 1 minute. Welcome announcement on social media, online channels, and Comcast cable TV in Novato. Option to expand to all of Marin County for just $5. I've got that in my pocket right now. Logo and listing on the NCTV website. The annual rates for an individual, I'm signing up this very evening, $75, a mere $75. Who's with me? Anybody? Put your hand up. Excellent. We have a few. This is beautiful. We'll take a smattering. You can clap your hands. Yes. Student or senior, 65 plus years old, $35. Nonprofit, $250, and a business, $350. Those are bargains by any rate. So, we now have some Chamber of Commerce announcements. Where is the lovely Corey Cameron? There she is. Give it up for Corey Cameron.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm actually going to take this opportunity as co-president of the Chamber, and also past president of NCTV and current treasurer, to kind of make a couple of announcements. I'll get through the chamber stuff first. I just want to thank everybody, all of the chamber members, ambassadors, staff. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate you partnering with us tonight. It means a lot, and it's great to have everybody here. The Novato Chamber encourages you to bring guests to the chamber events because it's a good place to network and meet successful professionals. Upcoming events and announcements. I just wanted to let everybody know that Wednesdays, 8 a.m. on Zoom, WIN. Monday, November 8th, 5:30, Women in Business, a Zoom event. And you can check our chamber website to look for the details for these events. Thursday, November 18th, a 5:30 mixer with the Law Office of James Rush. And we are now taking applications for Business of the Year. So that's also very exciting. And of course, all of this can be found again on the website, novatochamber.com. Ask NC. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I just wanted to also kind of elaborate on the membership. It's really important because we have in the past relied on PEG fees, which are fees collected through cable television, that the city collects and gives us a small percentage of to operate. And those fees have been dwindling over the years at a pretty rapid pace, and we are now relying, in order to sustain, on membership, on programs that we can charge for. Also, training programs, if you want to come and learn how to use equipment or use our studio, and just events that we have the privilege of being there to film and produce for our local community. It's so important, our station, and if you have it within your means to pay this measly little fee for membership, it means a lot to us. It really does. That small amount makes a world of difference for us. And finally, I just wanted to also bring Jacob back because we think 20 years is a pretty spectacular accomplishment for a little local television station like ours. And the person that really is at the heart of the operation of this station is, of course, our ED, Pam. And so we have a little gift for her. Come on, Pam. We just wanted to present you with this award commemorating the 20th anniversary of Novato Community Television, and thank you so much for everything that you do for the station. Thanks again, everybody.
So on my schedule here, it says at 6:20, I'm to introduce celebrity chef Curtis Akins. He will be out here at exactly 6:20. He's currently on a Zoom call inside. He doesn't know why he booked this Zoom call for this evening, but he is on it. He is patiently getting through it. He'll be out here at 6:20, so please go ahead and mingle, talk amongst yourselves, listen to the wonderful Sandy Geller on keyboards and vocals, and we'll be right back shortly with Curtis Akins.
down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill till a landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Oh no, I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you bolder, children get older, and I'm getting older too. And I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you bolder, children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I'm getting older too. Oh, took this love, took it down. If you climb a mountain and you turn around, if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hill, well, the landslide will bring you down, down. If you see my reflection in the snow-covered hill, well, maybe the landslide will bring you down, down. Oh, the landslide will bring you down. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead.
I've been informed Curtis will be out here in about 6 minutes. In the meantime, on the tables around you, there are these black boxes. Inside the black box is an emerald. It's not a real emerald, but it looks like an emerald. They commemorate NCTV's 20th anniversary. You are free to take these home as a memento of this wonderful evening. So, look for a black box on a table near you. Take a look inside. A beautiful keepsake of this evening and this anniversary. 5 minutes to Curtis.
Should I play one more song?
Yes. How about the wonderful Sandy Geller, ladies and gentlemen? Wonderful, wonderful Sandy Geller.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Once again, give it up for Sandy Geller. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next guest. As one of the original celebrity chefs, Curtis Akins has educated and entertained food lovers since 1988. You don't look that old. Come on now. A Food Network pioneer and a regular cast member of ABC's Good Morning America, Chef Curtis dispenses more than just food-related advice and recipes. He's a passionate advocate for literacy and a champion leading the charge against diabetes. Ladies and gentlemen, Chef Curtis Akins.
Hey, everybody. Whoa. Everybody give it up for our wonderful master of ceremony, Rob Sundberg. We go back to what? Like when we were 18, that's like 2 years ago, right? Something like that. Everybody, Rob, great musician and an even better friend. All right? So tonight, we hope to have some fun. Are you all having a good time? Good, good. What's your favorite part of the night? See in the studio or talking to Rob? The weather. The weather. I like that. Not bad, not bad. But myself, I enjoy Rob and that beautiful singing. Thank you so much. Everybody give it up. Give it up. Okay. So now tonight, this recipe is going to be a quick and easy one. Well, it might be quick. I don't know how easy it is. This recipe came about 30 years ago. When we first started the Food Network, there was a dinner in New York City, and it was a fundraiser for the Dalai Lama. About 30 chefs in the city were asked to do recipes. Out of all the chefs, guess who had the only meat-free recipe? Exactly. I'm thinking, okay, we should know who we're cooking for, right? So this dish is called pasta with love. And I'm going to start with some, in my little saute pan here, I've got some, a little bit of butter and olive oil. The reason we add the olive oil to the butter is it raises the smoking point, okay? Butter starts to smoke at about 212, I believe it is. The olive oil will take it up even higher. Can you guys see that in the pan? And what I'm going to do first here is saute some chanterelle mushrooms. The original recipe called for shiitake mushrooms, and that was because I could not find chanterelles at the local market. So I'm going to saute these chanterelles right here for about 3 to 4 minutes, and we're going to set those aside. This recipe is totally meat-free. However, now you all can do that, right? Yeah. Nah, come on, Gene, come on. Show us what you got, Gene. Okay, now, oh, yes you have, right? Rob, tell me the truth, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gene McLamey, give it up.
I'm going to teach you how. If you drop them, I've got more, okay? This is one of the things I really like to share with people in the kitchen, right?
Yes.
It's all about having a good time, having fun, right?
Yes.
Pasta with love. Now, the trick to sauteing, right, is just a little bit, it's all in the wrist. Push and pull. Boom. You see that? I lost one.
You did.
Okay, spank my hand, Gene. Ouch, that hurts. Okay. All right, so now, Gene, just move around to the front of the pan and just a little toss. You got that? Right. Show me what you're working with.
All right.
Everybody, Gene. Pretty good. Come on, Gene. One more time. Come on now. Show us what you got. Yeah!
Oh, my
Everybody
goodness.
give it up for my friend Gene. Whoop.
Holy mackerel.
That's all good. It's all good, you know.
Slap my hand.
No.
It's all with love, right?
It's all with love. Okay. So we're going to saute these mushrooms about 3 to 5 minutes. Thank you, Gene. Everybody give it up for my friend Gene, okay? That was not your fault. When I'm teaching kids in the kitchen, I always let them know, if they make a mistake, it's on me. I didn't prepare them. I didn't set them up for success. What I should have reminded you, Gene, is that this is a small burner and put it towards the front. Then it wouldn't have tilted back, okay? So we've got to share that love in our kitchen. Now, these are looking really good. If y'all want to see these, you can walk forward. I don't know the folks that, I don't want to let Justin, I don't want to blow this for my friend Justin. Now, take a look at that. That butter there makes those mushrooms nice. I like that, Rob. Thank you. Ooh. Almost Halloween, too. Now, we're going to set these aside, and we're going to start to make our sauce. On my right, I've got some pasta prepared. I've got in the South, we call that bow tie. What do you call that in California? Bow tie. Thank you very much, for Folly. Thank you. Who is this smart chef right here? With the gorgeous smile, making me so jealous. I'm Curtis, and you are? Vance. Nice to meet you, Vance. Now, be quiet. I'm kidding, man. I'm totally kidding, okay, man? All right, now, so we've got our Farfalle, thank you. You know, it's from Sicily, right? Quick story about farfalle pasta, right? The coat I'm wearing tonight is from Chefware. A friend of mine, Rochelle Huppin, she created this company, Chefware, and I like to tell people that life gave Rochelle lemons, so she made a chef coat. You like?
Nice,
okay.
nice.
Thank you, Rob.
Nice.
They didn't get that right.
You can clap for that.
They
That's
didn't
good.
y'all can clap for that. Okay. Now we're gonna get to work here. We've got to bring up a larger saute pan. Okay. In the South, we call that a skillet. Again, butter, oil. Okay. We're gonna start with our onions. Now, I like to use, whenever possible, sweet onions. If anyone can name 2 sweet onions, you get to take the first taste. I heard it, but I didn't know where it came from. What was that again? Winner. Chicken dinner. Pasta dinner, okay? So you get to get the first sample, all right? Now, okay, good job. Can you name 2 more? Bermuda? Ooh, listen to you. Fancy pants, okay? I'm impressed, okay? As soon as it's ready, you get to be the first one to taste, okay? So we're gonna melt our butter, and I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. Again, why are we adding oil? Thank you very much. Who's that pretty thing in your arms?
This is my handsome son.
Oh, his name is? Makai, I like that. Okay, we'll let this oil heat up. So, in the meantime, while the oil is heating up and the butter's melting, I need questions. I need questions about food or about NCTV, how you can become a member. What else, Rob? This time we got to sell them, right?
If you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
If I could be any...
No, not that. That's not a good question.
The one,
I'm sorry.
Right? Okay. Any questions about NCTV? Used to be Impact. Help us grow this thing, right, Rob?
Indeed. Any questions about...
Any questions?
What channel are we on? Channel 26?
26 and...
And
what was that, Rob?
27?
26, 27.
And 30. 26, 27, and 30.
And 30.
What if you don't have cable?
YouTube.
YouTube.
We got a
Very
YouTube
nice.
channel, right? We got
Excellent.
Stream that bad boy, right? Okay, here are our sweet onions. Ooh. Does anyone know any tricks about sweet onions? How to buy them? All right, I'll share that with you. I like this. It's all about teaching in my kitchen, right? Okay, when looking for sweet onions, when in the market looking for them, now this really works best with Vidalia, Walla Walla, and the Kula onion or the Maui sweet onion, okay? Those are the 3. The flatter they are, the milder the taste, okay? So look for flat onions, right? Now, there's always an exception, and you know that exception's got to come from Texas.
Wow. Look at that.
That's a Texas sweet onion. Look how big and round that sucker is, right? So remember that. That's Texas for you. It's always bigger in Texas. But that don't mean it's better, right? All right, thank you, California. Speak up for us, okay? I'm going to add a little more butter here. And I'm going to tell you, those of you who are worried about fat, okay? My mama and Julia Child both said fat is where the flavor's at, okay? So remember that. Now, we don't have to overdo it with the fat, but remember, there's fat in the flavor. A totally fat-free diet is not good for us. We can have that conversation some other time if you want to. There you go. Okay, so we're going to saute these onions at home 3 to 5 minutes. I've got to go back to a Zoom, so Justin, everybody, the lovely young man right there behind the camera, will be serving this up to you all while I finish my Zoom in John's office.
Multitasking.
Oh, man.
Multitasking of the stars.
Have you, John, you all know this feeling, right? Sometimes you get asked to do something at church, and you forgot that the women's club or the PT asked you to do something the same night, and you go, okay, yeah, I can do that. And then you find out, double booked. All right, now, so that's what I did tonight. Okay, so again, we want to saute these onions. Does anyone know what saute mean? What? Cook them to caramelize. That's good. No, but saute just means to jump in the pan. I'm kidding. In the South, we call that frying, okay? Now, so we're going to saute these onions. If you can see this at home, folks streaming, spread love. Okay, if you can see that at home, they're starting to clarify. They're starting to become translucent. Just let them cook, right? Now, we're also bringing out the sugar. My young friend over there was talking about the caramelization, right? All fruits and vegetables have natural sugar. They will convert, okay? So just take your time at home. If they start to turn brown, they're not burning, they're just caramelizing. Let that sugar come out. To really get them nice and caramel, it'll take about 10 minutes, okay? But remember, we're using sweet onions, so we're good to go because they're already sweet, right? Now, we're going to add these chanterelles back, okay? The reason I cook the mushrooms off on the side is because as they're cooking, their little bitter comes out, right? I don't want that to be released on the onions, right? So cook in a separate pan, then we're going to add it over, okay? Y'all learning anything? Are we having fun? Good, okay, wow. Okay, so the chanterelle mushrooms are in. Also, for those of you who want to be meat-free, now, and again, I don't use the label vegetarian, vegan, anything like that. As a culinary professional, as a chef, I feel very strongly that if you come to my restaurant, my home, wherever I'm preparing food, and there's something you don't eat or want to eat or have, you just let me know, right? A good chef, he or she, can cook it. I don't have a favorite dish. My favorite is to cook what you like to eat, right? So if you come to my house and you can't eat meat, I'll make you a dish that you'll think, oh my goodness, there's meat in here, because mushrooms have that texture. A lot of times it's about the texture. I add the chanterelles and the shiitake mushrooms in to give it that little texture. Now, next time you're in the grocery store, feel your earlobe, then squeeze a chanterelle or a oyster mushroom or a shiitake mushroom. Feels very much like that earlobe, okay? Now, next thing we're going to add.
It doesn't taste the same though, right?
Does not taste the same.
Okay, I'm just checking.
No,
I'm just checking.
I have yet to try a human ear that I like.
That's Mike.
Okay, now, all right, what I have here, I've got 2 large carrots. These are 2 large carrots grated. You see the volume in that? Isn't that incredible? Just by grading them. I love to hand grade, right? Old school, right? When I'm cooking for myself, Lisa, my sweetheart, or someone I love, I'll do it that way. You know, if I've got to do a big dinner like Chef Michael back there, is it Michelle? Chef? Oops, he's busy. Anyway.
Oh, they're still working.
They're still working. Back there. So we're going to add the carrots. And again, we're going to take a minute at home. Why do we add carrots to a dish? Thank you. Somebody, is that you, Nancy? Hiding behind those lines. Hey girl, how you doing? Y'all, everybody, Nancy.
Give it up for Nancy.
Beautiful, sweet Nancy, right? Okay, now, this recipe, this dish, these ingredients, we're just going to take our time. Can you imagine the Dalai Lama sitting down and having these beautiful, sweet, organic carrots and wonderful Vidalia onions and going, oh my goodness, he really thought about me. This chef thought about who's cooking for him, right? So now we're going to let those cook. And I know we have to speed up because we're on a time crunch, right? Is there anyone from the Chamber of Commerce that has something to say while I get these carrots looking good? Rob, talk to us, brother, while I get these carrots and onions looking good here.
Well, this evening, after Curtis's demonstration here, we will be giving tours of the studio inside. Once again, this event is streaming live, airing live, and will be rebroadcast and posted later on social media. We'll be having a live broadcast of Ask John with your very own John Reicher.
Where's John?
John, wave your hand.
Let's see you, John. There's John, everybody.
If you've never been interviewed by John before, let me tell you, it's a treat. I believe my first time will be this evening. I'll let you know you'll be able to watch how it goes. You'll be able to see, and I'm sure you'll learn tidbits about everybody interviewed, because John, you're the best,
he does
buddy.
A good job. Hey, Rob, so can I ask John?
Ask John, yeah, ask.
John, do you have a favorite dish? A favorite recipe?
Favorite dish?
No, but I have one that I cook all the time and I hate.
Oh, no, we don't. There's 2 words that's not allowed in my kitchen, John. Hold up. There are 2 words not allowed in my kitchen. One is H-A-T-E, right? And the other is B-U-T. Because John's got a great show, but, okay? And then that other word, no, you see dislike a lot, okay? Intensely dislike. So what is the one you don't care for, John? I did, you're right.
I eat kale for my health.
for your health, but you don't like it?
Well, no, but I keep figuring out how to cook it better, and one way is to put mushrooms in it.
Ah, my man, give me some of that. Bring it home. Thank you,
The
John.
way is to put onions in it.
Mushrooms and onions. Now, if you always noticed, I'm adding a little bit of salt and a bit of pepper, okay? When you hear those recipes that say, I need a pinch of salt, that's truly what it is, a pinch. You just pinch those two fingers and do like that, okay? Now, remember, salt, you can never take it out. You can always add more. So it's always best to err on the light side when it comes to salt. Also, I've done a lot of work with diabetes educators across the country. Salt is something we can train our bodies to require less. Remember, there's salt in everything. So if you have a recipe that calls for, let's say, a teaspoon of salt, that's a lot of salt, right? I'm just using that for a number you can visualize. Your recipe calls for X amount of salt. The next time you make it, prepare with half that salt. And stay there till it's comfortable, then reduce that in half until you don't need to add salt at all. All right, so we've got in our pan, can you guys recap? Oil, butter, what's next? Onions, what's next? Carrots, good job. Then, oh, you're right, mushrooms. Mushrooms, then carrots, right? Okay, here comes the big part now, the bring it home part, the heirloom tomatoes. Or do you say tomato? Tomato. I say, and home in Georgia we say mater.
Mater.
I had a good friend, his name was Mater. Mater Johnson. Mater Johnson. Heck of a football player. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, we're going to add our beautiful heirloom tomatoes.
Ooh, that looks good.
That came from the Novato Farmers Market. I'm kidding. It did not. Okay, so what I want you to do at home is just allow this to cook down. Let the moisture come out of those tomatoes. Let it soften up, right? Because this is the essence of the sauce. And we're going to season this with an herb called Herbe de Provence, which is sitting in my car. I had a flat tire, so I had to throw everything in my truck to come out here tonight. So, and then of course, when you're doing things in a hurry, you leave something. So I want you to imagine this flavor. Herbe de Provence is 7 blends of herbs from the south of France, including lavender that's in there, and it really brings it out. Again, for those of you that want to go meat-free, if you don't want to have meat in your diet, try eggs in the morning, scramble your eggs, add a little Herbe de Provence. You will swear you're eating sausage and eggs. It's that incredible. Okay?
Herbe de Provence.
Herbe de Provence. Don't ask me to spell it because I went to school in Georgia.
Nice.
I thought that was a good one.
That's a good
I
one.
thought that was a good one,
That's
right?
a good one.
Okay, it wasn't that good, right? She says, nope, that's not it. Okay, so we're going to let this cook because I think I've got to get back to a zoom. Now also, one more tip I want to share with you all. The lid. Early days in my cooking career, I was asked to be on the home show in Los Angeles. ABC's home show, then Good Morning America, and I was asked to be the next Joe Carcione. Joe was a greengrocer, and I met Joe working in the San Francisco market. He taught me so much about fresh fruits and vegetables. I feel like Forrest Gump when it comes to my career, Rob. I mean, got a chance to work with Julia Child, with Paul Prudhomme, and Muhammad Ali one night hit me in a restaurant. True story. He stopped right here. But it was cool.
The champ.
And I've learned so much from all these great people. And so one of the things that I learned is how to cook good tasting food with less fat, right? Okay? Less saturated fat's the key because any oils, any fats from like vegetable matters are great fat. They're unsaturated, they flow through the body. Just remember that thing. So, and one of the tricks that I've learned is you put the lid on while things are cooking, it sweats the food. Now, I've done a great job stalling. I want to show you how all that right there, all that liquid, that's the flavor inside our vegetables. We want to keep that in, right? Okay, now, this recipe, I want you all to smell this. This recipe is the bomb. All right, where's my friend that won the contest? She gets to taste the
There
first
she
bit.
is.
All right, come up here, and this is our friend, Shelly, everybody. Everybody give it up for Shelly. Our onion expert. Right, Shelly? Can I call you the onion expert? Now, what I'm going to do, we've got pasta, and I believe my friend Justin is going to serve this up when I step back in. And I'm going to leave the salt and pepper on the counter there, so if you want to add a little salt and pepper to it, please feel free. Shelly, now remember, this is TV. If you like it, you love it. If you love it, no, I'm kidding. Shell, you happy? You happy? Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, everybody, give it up for our friend Shelly. And I'm gonna grab you a fork. There's a napkin there, Shelly. Everybody, remember, join Novato TV. Help support community television. May the God I love bless each and every one of you. Peace. I'm going back to my Zoom.
Ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Akins, Chef Curtis Akins.
Thank you, Rob. You're the man, my brother.
Thank you, my friend. Justin will be serving.
Thank you, Shelly.
If you'd like to be interviewed by John, please also see Justin.
Okay.
We'd like to thank the following
Justin,
contributors
you want me to
before we do studio tours with a live broadcast of Ask John.
Thank you,
We'd
Justin.
like to thank
You see how
celebrity
we do
chef
this.
Curtis Akins, classic culinaire,
Thank you
Teeny
all.
Cake, Once Upon a Bartender, event
Upon a
planner
Bartender. I
Jeanette
love
Ayub, Cameron Coffee and K Professional Corporation, and everyone at NCTV, and of course the wonderful Sandy Geller and the Novato Unified School District staff.
Thank you.
Get yourself some pasta, take a tour, come on and be interviewed by Ask John. Sandy, back to you.
As a teenager, looking through the websites, it was really cool. So I just did it. But yeah, I guess I came up with these ideas in regards to
You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. Feel like this is the beginning. Oh, I love you a million years. If I thought our love was well, I'd find myself drowning in my tears. Oh, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. Baby, you are the apple of my
Well,
eye.
I'm putting my off in the Zoom. Just
Forever you'll stay in my heart.
Oh, no. It's all good. Curtis, nice to meet you, brother. Is your family? Nice to meet you.
Must have known that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. Oh, I know that this must be heaven. How could so much love be inside of you? Oh, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. Oh yeah, baby, you are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. In my heart. In my heart. In my heart.
Sophie was awesome to share with you. And then the second one seems like there's a theme of mental health symptom recognition resources that are culturally informed and age appropriate for folks. And then another one that was interesting was stress leave, mental health days, and policy, separate from general sick leave that focuses on mental wellness for people that they can tap into. To incentivize mental health trainings for employers so they can recognize mental health challenges of the people they employ, and also how to establish a culture of mental wellness at work or school if that's for people that are in education. And then number 4 is to establish a mental wellness fund for community members to tap into the resources and easy access. And then subsidized resources. So this is like
Friend of mine, she cries at night, calls me on the phone. Sees babies everywhere she goes. She wants one of her own. She's waited long enough, she says, and still you can't decide. Pretty soon she'll have to choose, and it tears her up inside. She's scared, said she'll run out of time. I see my folks, they're getting on, and I watch their bodies change. Oh, they see the same in me, and it makes us both feel strange. No matter how you tell yourself, it's what we all go through. These lines are pretty hard to take when they're staring back at you. Oh, till the choices get so much more at stake. It's mighty precious when there's less of it to waste. Oh,
them opportunities to move up
You
so that they
were
can
very
become
cool.
supervisors or managers or directors
Wow.
particular frame in every agency. So I think that that would be another.
You were
overall
dancing?
goal
Oh, okay. So
that
how old are
there
you,
would be
Quincy?
some actions associated
And
with.
how old are you? And what's
So one is introduction to new people
you
to
go
come
ahead. You
into
press
the
them out.
system.
There it is. You're
How to
4.
keep them there,
You can
how
do
to
it
pay
too.
them
You can do it.
adequately, and how to provide housing for county workers.
Press them out. You can press them out.
And also, associated with that is the county funds are used to
Oh, I
provide
don't mind.
services or money to outlying agencies.
Nah,
such as
I mean,
Virtual
I'm
Community out
sitting
where
right
I
here.
live.
So.
Those agencies need to be accountable also.
Okay.
Those nonprofit organizations.
Oh, you
need
do?
to be
I can see that. Well, yeah.
So
He's
that
in
would be
he's in
another
a little stroller.
overarching goal,
What's
which
your
would
baby
be
brother's
specific
name?
action items.
What happened?
So that's sort of the framework, at least to thinking about these kinds of documents.
Yeah, peel me a grape, crush me some ice, skin me a peach, save the fuzz for my pillow, start me a smoke, talk to me nice, yeah, you gotta wine me and dine me, don't try to fool me, but you bejewel me, either amuse me or lose me, I'm getting hungry, give me a grape. Oh, pop me a cork, French me a fry, crack me a nut, make a bowl full of bonbons, chill me some wine, keep standing by. Oh, you gotta lend me, just entertain me. Oh, you gotta champagne me, so just entertain me. Show me that you love me, but you gotta kick love me. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, give me a grape. Here's how to be an agreeable child. Love me and leave me luxuries like pop when I holler, skip when I snap. I say do it, jump to it, send out for scotch, call me a cab, cut me a rose, make my tea with a pen. Just hang around, pick up the tab. Never outthink me, but you just mink me. Love me, but you better not bug me. New Thunderbird me. I think you heard me. I'm getting hungry. Peel me a grape. Yeah. Is how to be an agreeable child. Of being leaving my luxuries laugh. Pop when I holler, skip when I snap. When I say do it, jump to it, send out the scotch, call me a cab, cut me a rose, make my tea with a petals. Just hang around.
help or the funding for that. So how identifying those people and then how to give them resources and support that is not going to be super expensive. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Really important.
Thank you, dear. I have a good time. It
Any
was fun
other
to watch you
feedback
dance.
or
You're very pretty.
ideas around what's been
Yeah.
shared, or just maybe things you'd like to add to this?
There may be trouble ahead, but while there's music and moonlight and love and romance, let's face the music and dance before the fiddlers have fled. Before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have the chance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune. There may be teardrops to shed, while there's moonlight and music and love and romance. Let's face the music and dance, let's face the music and dance.
We're going to have her back next week, and we've asked her to take a look at our proposals to see what she thinks. We feel Jasmine's establish a county-wide fund to assist people of color in
Soon we'll be without the moon, you're humming a different tune, and there's
So a lot of those things, because we don't have that generational wealth,
there may be
this is
teardrops
mind-making, right? We like to talk when we go out. It's like, okay, so if that's what happened historically,
while
we've got to
there's
do a
music
so that
and
black people,
moonlight and
Hispanic
love and
people, Asian
romance.
Americans, women, single moms should be able to buy a home
Let's
with that
face
steady
the
job.
music
So that's
and dance,
accountability part of that. As well as the officer of equity. Let me take a breath and see if anyone on my team has anything to add to that.
let's face the music and
Paul, somebody, you
dance.
want to add anything, Jasmine? And Jasmine's recovering from surgery, so she'll probably in the chat. Paul, you want to add anything? Paul has been great with the questions he's brought to the meeting. The research he's done for our committee has been fabulous.
Don't say anything about how I've been good with Google Docs, whatever you say.
See if it
Okay,
started this
he's been
time.
great with
Hello and welcome to Ask John, and this is a special Ask John. It's Ask John.
Would love to see.
Well, for several reasons. One, it's the first time we've done Ask John in a studio for 18 months or so. It's special because it's the first time we've ever had a live audience, a grand live audience, and all three of you, thank you for joining us today. And it's a special, let's see, there's another reason it's special. What is that, Pam? Oh, because we have a special guest and at a special event. And the special guest is Pam Easley, who is the executive director of
Novato, once known as Novato Public Access Television.
So what's going on today?
Well, we are celebrating our 20th anniversary, and that's a huge milestone because many community stations don't last that long. It's hard to fund a station, it's hard to find volunteers nowadays. It's not easy running a small station, but we've been doing it for 20 years now, and we're very proud of that.
And you've been doing it for 19 of those 20 years.
I had to do the math today, but I've been involved. I haven't been managing the station for this long, but I've been involved in every aspect for 19 years.
So you are the glue that's held it together.
I don't want to take all the credit for that, absolutely, but I definitely have the passion for this place.
Yeah, yeah.
There's been a lot of changes, and we've grown a lot over the years, and we just had a really big event and a really good turnout. So I really appreciate the support from the community.
We're having a big event right now, right?
Right.
That's what's going on right now. There was a cook out there, a chef, and that was broadcast live, and
Celebrity chef Curtis Akins.
Yeah, there you go.
We're lucky to have that caliber of talent here and engaged with the station. So we're also very proud of that.
Yeah.
Such as yourself. We're proud to have talented people who want to do shows here.
Well, I just have a lot of fun with it. So, and thank you so much for all the help you've given me in the I don't know how long I've been doing this. I did a show years ago called Financial Pillow Talk, and then I started Ask John just a few years ago. But that goes back maybe 6 or 7 years.
At least, yes. You've also donated, I think, chairs and tables.
I have made some donations, and I think I owe some membership dues, and I'll pay up.
Lead by example, John.
Yeah, I'll pay up. I'll pay up.
That was one of the questions I was going to ask, John.
Oh, that's the question. That's the question. Okay, well, I'm glad I covered it before you did. So what is your background? How did you get into this business?
Well, I never thought I was going to grow up and be an executive director, I'll tell you that.
Did you think you were going to grow up?
Yes,
Have you yet?
No. Can't you tell by the giggly laugh? I have a bachelor's degree in broadcast communication arts at San Francisco State, and did many, many internships. KFTY, for instance, I'm sure you're familiar with that station. Ended up interning at KPIX5 in San Francisco, got hired there, thought I was set for life. Not so much.
No.
So I moved to Marin and worked at KTIM Radio, then went to the Marin Independent Journal, and ended up at the Novato Chamber of Commerce. And we would do videos through the chamber, and I just fell in love with it so much. But actually, when I was at Marin Independent Journal, I was on my lunch break. I worked there for 5 years, and there was a big article in the paper about this TV station opening up. And I thought, I wouldn't mind, volunteering in the evenings. So I came in and met the former executive director, Rick Tucker, at the time. And within 2 weeks, I was hosting a show for the city of Novato, actually. But that's the day my life, my legacy started here.
Yeah.
And then I ended up doing my own TV show called Marin Profile. Then I served on the board for 5 years, was the president, became the office manager.
And is this before this 19-year history, or this is part
This
of
is
the
part
19?
of it.
This is part of the
Yeah.
19-year history.
19 years
So
started.
you've been on staff for how long?
Well, actually, this December will be my 10-year anniversary as a staff member.
Well, congratulations. Are they going to give you a gold watch? Or?
Well, in fact, my
An emerald. They're going to get an emerald? Oh, that's right. You got something tonight.
Yes.
That was very
Just
nice.
sitting outside.
Yeah, you should have brought that in. We could show everybody. Well,
that would be nice to
yeah,
get.
maybe. Yeah. Maybe someone in our studio audience would like to.
Remember that plaque I got?
That thing?
One as soon as you walk out.
Our
to the
studio
left.
audience is great. These are great people. Where else can you do a show where you have a studio audience
This is
that
live
works
TV.
works as a gaffer? We've got a gaffer. So thank you so much. Anyway,
Well, I didn't plan on being here as an executive director. I was because I love the producing part of it. I love interviewing too.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if I turn around and ask you some questions. But an opening came available, and I was asked by the board if I would fill in as the interim executive director. So here I am.
okay, so
Oh yes.
here's thank you, Shelley.
So yes, this is our 20th Emerald anniversary. So we put these on all the tables outside.
Very nice.
And my board was so kind as to recognize me, even though I've only been here for 10 years of it, but I just think that's really beautiful and it's very special, means a lot to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So should we set that here? Maybe?
Yeah, let's put that there. Yeah, very good. Yeah. So my next question is, what's so special about this 20th anniversary event? But I think you already answered that question. Is there anything you wanted to add to that?
Well, special is, just the fact that we're here still.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because what's the history of most stations like this?
Well, I don't want to name any in particular, but one in San Rafael, who's our counterpart, has been around for many, many years, not
Yeah.
quite 20.
Yeah.
But other ones up north, they just kind of fell apart for whatever reason. So
Yeah.
we've definitely gone through our challenges and sort of still going through a little bit of it, but
What's the biggest challenge you have in running the station?
money.
Yeah, money. Yeah.
We only get 2% of cable franchise fees. That's not a very big budget when you consider there's 50,000 people here and maybe half of them have Comcast cable. So our budget's very small. So either have to rely on volunteers or one person works at these little stations or two.
Right. So how about the programming? Is that difficult to come by?
You know, it's really changed over the years. This place used to have 20 people in it, and on a Friday night, I was one of the ones here on a Friday night working at 6 o'clock on my programming. But now that's really, it's pre-COVID. I'm not sure why. I guess with the advent of a cell phone, people think that they can do their
Yeah, a lot of people are doing the podcasting.
but also videotaping on their own phone.
Oh, yeah.
But that's frustrating to us because we do professional video,
Right.
high definition video, and when you look at that compared to what people do on their cell phone, it's worlds of difference.
Yeah, and I tried to do some Zoom episodes of my show, and I think they turned out okay, but it's not the same.
No,
I can't, if I bought some lights and I bought a decent camera, and but then I don't have any control of the person on the other side,
Right.
on the Zoom call, and we've done pretty well.
We got by in 2020 with Zoom, but I'm ready to be done with it.
Yeah, I'm really done with it too. The only time I think probably we'll do some more Zoom when we find some guests that that can't come this far. Yeah,
it's nice to have that option.
So that's worked out really well. But maybe I can do the Zooms here. Get the lights at least on my side of it.
Well, that's the thing right here. We have members have access to lights, cameras, great staff, and training.
Yeah.
But you've done really well all these years. So why do you like doing a show here?
Because it's easy. I just have to find some guests, and I do a pre-interview, and then you take care of all the rest of it. Then the guest comes in, and you mic us, and you get the cameras set up, and then I twist your arm, and you do a little more work for me, and do some editing, and I try to do some of the editing myself, and I'm getting better at that. I know you encourage that, and it's probably better for the producers to do their own editing because they have better control over it.
You own it more.
Yeah. And I try to do that, but I have a lot of other stuff going on. So
Why take advantage of learning editing if you could? We have a great staff, like I said, and they make it really simple, and then you just practice and you get better.
So what are you most proud of?
The fact that this station even exists to begin with. I mean, not every town has a community station, so we get to use it to promote events, to be transparent with city council meetings, school board meetings. So I feel like we're doing something great for the community.
You're part of the community. Yeah, it's wonderful.
I've been blessed with excellent staff ever since I've been managing the station. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
To have a good foundation of staff members. We upgraded so much equipment over just the past few years. It severely needed upgrading, and so we're very proud of that. New computers, new carpeting, new chairs, and all of our programming equipment is brand new. So that's an accomplishment.
You're a modern station now.
Yes.
High tech. Yeah. So
We also updated our website. We're making it easy so people can even submit programming on the website, and we really had to enhance that during COVID because
Yeah.
nobody was allowed to come into the station. So
Right.
branding the station, we changed our logo and made it look more modern. And
Well, good job. Congratulations, Pam.
not too long ago, probably a year ago, we won our very first award as Novato Community Television. We won our very first award. And to me, that's very huge and significant, and we want to keep that going.
Good, good. I think you will grow up.
Not me personally.
No,
ever,
don't bother with that. Don't
go
bother.
there.
No. Just yeah, that's fine. Well, this show is called Ask John, so you know what you have to do. You have to ask John.
Well, you already took away my thunder because I was going to end on a drum roll with, I'm going to ask John, will you renew your membership?
Yeah. So I'm going to renew I'll go home right now and I'll go online.
Stay a little longer. You have other people to interview.
Okay. Yeah.
So do you have some other people that you want to interview?
We do have some other people, and some of them are in our studio audience right now, and we're trying to figure out a way to do this live and do a switch of seats here. I think it's going to work out just fine.
Out of this chair.
Well,
thank you so much.
Well, it was so nice of you to join us, and thank you for letting me join you.
And also thank you for attending tonight's event.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to be here.
Okay.
You're great.
Keep up the good work, and we'll see you in the studio probably in another week to do your show.
Okay, good.
All right,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Do we?
So I think we're live, and we're just going to do this however it turns out. It's not going to be a problem, folks. There's no problem here at all. We're vacating one seat, and someone will occupy the other seat. And don't worry about walking in front of the camera. It's just going to be fine. Just Bill, come on in.
Probably safer to do.
Come on in. Yeah. So our next guest is another attendee of this wonderful event, Bill Hoops, and I think of Bill as a basic standard here in Novato. Every place I go, anytime I go to some social event, there's Bill. So, Bill, what do you want to talk about?
Just life in Novato.
How long have you been
a chamber member? And
how long have you been in Novato?
Yeah, I've been in Novato since 1995, but I am a Marin resident all my life, except for a few years traveling in other places.
And you have family here as well?
Yes, I have a wife and a stepson who no longer lives with us. He's in LA, but been married here a couple of times, the second time around here for 14 years with my lovely wife Maritza.
So why is it that I see you every place I go, and every time I go into social media, Facebook or LinkedIn, I think, and every time I go on, I see Bill Hoops. Why is that?
Well, I learned a long time ago you need to keep that presence available in the public eye so they know you're still a commodity there and a valued source for conducting business and helping folks move along in their home buying process and refinancing process, and just keeping top of mind by doing.
So that's your business. You're a mortgage lender.
Mortgage loan officer.
Yeah.
For 36 years now. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's been my career through all the changes, and it's been an exciting career, and I still love helping folks realize their home ownership goals and all the other life events that necessitate a mortgage consultation.
So you're enjoying it, I take it, and you get out and you see everyone, and you stay involved, and you're very involved in the chamber. So every time there's a chamber event, you're there.
Yeah, I try to participate. I'm a 21-year chamber member, an ambassador for 20 years. So, as the ambassadors, we help throw all the fun events during the course of the year, and just enjoy being a big part of that.
So what is that? What is a chamber ambassador?
We're the ones that represent the chamber at the events. We plan the events. We partake in the events and help basically bring people to those events so that they can engage and have a good time. So, you know, the big events of the year are our Art, Wine, and Music Festival. We had a different art stroll this year because of COVID earlier in the year, but we did end up having our Art, Wine, and Music Festival later on in the summer, so that was a nice save for this pandemic year. And just had our golf tournament, which was very successful. So these are all fundraisers that help to supplement the chamber as well, because the membership dues don't do it all, and you know, we try to fill in and help wherever we can to keep the membership up and keep new blood coming into the business community.
What positive did you see coming out of this last 18 months or so of COVID and shelter in place and all of that?
Probably the fact that we stayed engaged and found ways to do business, to keep people involved in the community events via Zoom technology, and then you know, just did not give up like a lot of places did. We still planned a lot of events that were held either by Zoom or outdoors, and you know, kept the whole chamber business community active and alive.
So how much of that, this new development, I look at downtown, what's going on downtown, you know, we have like a street fair every weekend. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
How much of that is going to keep going on as we open up more and more? And the new things that are going on in your business, how much of that is going to keep going, or do you think we're going to revert back to the way things were before?
No, I think it'll be a hybrid of the way things were before and the way we've adapted. You know,
are you seeing your clients in person at
No.
all? It's all Zoom or telephone?
yeah, it's all text, email, Zoom,
Yeah.
and you know, every once in a while I'll meet a referral partner in person at our local Dr. Insomniac's coffee shop.
Right.
That's my outdoor office.
That's the
there.
go-to place. Yeah.
But most of the time, you know, it's just home office. I don't know if I'll ever go back to a brick and mortar's office as an individual. I'm sure a lot of companies will need to as they grow and expand and come out of COVID. So
Yeah.
I see, you know, I see the market for real estate, residential and commercial, staying healthy here in Marin, and you know, hopefully that'll translate to prosperous business community.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Being brave enough to step up out of the studio audience and
Yeah.
cross that threshold and take the seat. We're gonna
My pleasure.
We're gonna do another switcheroo here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, John.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah, my pleasure. And we have another guest, Shelley. Shelley was our gaffer just a moment ago. She went out and picked up something from the other part of the studio.
Whatever
Shelley,
it is, huh?
welcome.
Hi, John.
You're such a friendly face. Like, I see you everywhere lately.
Trying to be out there.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the name of the game. So
It's a micro biz.
So
You've got to do your own thing.
tell me what your game is. What is your game?
My game is I am the owner and designer of Shells Bells Jewelry, which is I take old vintage jewelry from the 1940s to the 1970s and give it a refresh. Give those gorgeous old girls a nip and a tuck and a whole new lease on life. Earrings are my main category, but I do bracelets, rings, pins, and some necklaces as well.
Okay, so why do you do this?
I do it because I love the artistry of it in changing something. I started with Monet Jewelers when I was 26. I've been involved with costume jewelry, not fine, but costume jewelry for 36 years. So it's been my entire career. So I started doing my own thing about 18 years ago.
So you do this for love rather than money, or maybe both? Because I know you do sell you don't give your stuff away.
I don't, but
Yeah,
I
well,
do
good.
a lot of donating to, nonprofits and the things like that. We were talking about that earlier. To those sort of things. I love being in things like the art stroll, which was the first time this year. We had that in June. And everybody was just dying to get out and wanted something handcrafted and something unique and different. And that's what, an art show or art stroll is all about.
And I've seen you at, what event did I see you at recently? I saw you on Grand Avenue at some event. Was it the car show?
It was Nostalgia Days.
It was
because
what?
vintage, yes, Nostalgia Days.
Oh, yeah, Nostalgia Days,
Vintage
yeah.
cars, and I sell vintage jewelry. That
Excellent.
is a good moment.
Yeah. And how'd you do that day?
Did well.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the second Sunday of every month, I am at the Marin French Market, which is down in the San Rafael, I can't say it, the parking lot of the Civic Center. It's free admission, free park, and I'm there every second Sunday of the month. So it's
Is there
great
a
venue.
fee to have your booth there?
There is.
Yeah.
There is, and I have a double. Instead of 10 feet, I have a 20-foot. So
Ah.
sometimes I share, sometimes I do
You
it by
have a
myself.
lot of jewelry. I noticed there was
do.
a lot. And
I did a show 2 weeks ago. First time ever. I had over 2,000 different
are you
earrings.
wearing any of the? You've got,
Of course, I'm wearing some of my old
of
stuff.
course you are.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
So you've got a lot
Got-
of things on your wrist
Right.
there, and on the other wrist, and on your fingers,
just
around,
try to have a little.
around your neck. I'll bet you have things around your toes. What? No.
I have boots
no,
on
no,
today.
No bells on your
toes.
toes.
No shells bells on my toes.
No shells bells on your toes. Shelley, thank you so much for joining us.
John, thanks for having me on Ask John.
I'm glad to give you your big chance.
Thanks
Yeah.
so much for
Yeah.
having me. Have a
Okay.
great evening.
Yeah, you too. And we have one more guest, I think one more. And I just met Coda just a little while
I
ago.
know. Hi, John.
Yeah,
Thank you so
yeah.
much.
Bye, Shelley. And I'm getting some signals, but I don't understand them.
Coda.
Coda.
Yeah.
Coda. So yeah, so this is live TV, as you might not
Yeah.
notice, and I'm getting signals, and I'm trying to understand them.
Yeah.
And so we don't cut, and we're just going to keep going, and we're having fun. Are we having?
We
you
are
fun?
having so much fun. Thank you so
and
much.
I
It's
just-
so impromptu. I love it.
I just been interviewing these fixtures in town, and so you're a new fixture in
I
town.
am a new fixture
So
in
you
town.
just moved into town when?
Yeah, February 1st.
And
Yeah, from
oh,
Roseville area. Mhm,
From
I
the
am.
Rose, from Lincoln.
Link, you got it. Yeah, good memory.
You got a good memory. Oh, well, that was
Yeah.
only 30 minutes ago, right? So,
Well, I don't remember where I left my keys half the time, so
so yeah, I always leave my keys in my hat so
Yeah.
that I don't
So it's
forget
all
my hat.
together.
Yeah,
There
well, I
you
don't
go.
forget. I never forget my hat because yeah, so.
Well, in that case, I should start leaving my keys in the refrigerator. I never forget to eat.
There you go. Yeah. So, or anyway, let's not go there. Anyway, so you belong to an organization, or you work for this organization? Tell me what that is.
So the way that it started is me and some girls.
What is it called?
It's called, well, we work with NAMI Marin. We're
NAMI,
ambassadors
NAMI.
with NAMI Marin. They've been around since 1979.
Yeah.
And as you probably know, since the pandemic, 1 out of every 3 people are being affected by some kind of mental illness.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of emotional
Yeah.
stuff going on with that. I guess some suicide rates are
A lot,
yeah.
a lot. It's just really an epidemic in itself, this whole thing that's going on. So the way that it started is I needed to create some kind of a legacy project for a pageant that I'm doing. And so I started talking to some of my friends about doing this. And Anne Marie, the gal that was just sitting here, she knows the lady at, her name's Kelly with NAMI Marin. So we connected with her, and lo and behold, she's never had anybody do a big event like this for them. So we're really excited. We're putting it together. It's at the Embassy Suites
Oh, that's going to be a big event.
on December
So
11th. Yeah.
how big is it? How many people will
We're
be
expecting about
participating?
300 people. It's a red carpet dinner. We have a DJ that's going to be providing music, donating his services.
So who are the people
So-
that will attend?
So, people in the community. We've got business owners that want to make it. We've got a lot of people that maybe can't make it, but they're donating items to for the silent raffle as well as the live auction. So that's, we're just out in the community every day talking to people and planting seeds to grow the harvest.
Yeah.
So to get a good
So
attendance.
how does your organization function normally? How before COVID? then
Before
yeah.
COVID, those are great questions that I wish Kelly was here to answer all those questions because I'm not really sure
Yeah.
what exactly they did prior to COVID.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure what kind of events because I know putting together this event, she said she's never had anybody do this
Right.
type of an event for
Yeah,
her.
I know just a very little bit about it, and what I understand is you had like small group meetings with parents
Yes.
They're concerned about their children, and
Yeah.
and I assume that's probably going on, but it's a little more difficult under these circumstances.
It is
to do
so
that.
difficult. So
Yeah.
what they are is a resource center for families.
Right.
So that's why they need, to be funded. I know that they did do a NAMI walk. You may have heard of that a couple weeks ago. So that was one of their fundraisers that has been ongoing.
Yeah.
As they do NAMI walks, and they do some other little fundraisers.
Such important work that you're doing.
Yes, thank
and
you.
how does one access that?
They would go to NAMI Marin. Is that okay to hold it up?
Yeah.
They would just go to namimarin.eventbrite.com.
Are we getting that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So namimarin.eventbrite.com. They could go on there and purchase tickets to go to the event. They could be a sponsor. They can donate. They can volunteer. We need volunteers as well.
Okay.
So all the information's right there on the
All
website.
right. Well, Coda, it was delightful to meet you.
Thank you so
And
much.
I'm so glad you came in, and
Yeah.
happy to have you here.
Thank you so much.
And I think we're I think we used up the time just about right. Justin, what do you think? We have one more guest. Corey. I remembered. Come on up.
Thank you, John.
Corey, your involvement is with the studio here, right?
Yes, I am the board treasurer with NCTV. I am the immediate past president, and I've been on the board for about 2 years now.
So what do you like best about it?
Well, I just think that NCTV is so important for the community, and what I like best is the work that we do, the camaraderie amongst the staff and the board, and just seeing the final product. And I'm really actually very impressed with how sophisticated our little studio is, and the productions that it puts out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you see as your biggest challenge?
I don't know that much about media.
Money. It's
Money, yeah, that's definitely a big challenge too. And I like I said during the event earlier, membership is key, and people are kind of under the impression that we're funded, and we are to a degree. We do collect a small percentage of the PEG fees that the city collects from media, Comcast specifically, and but that is dwindling as people start to move away from cable. And so we really depend on our productions, the community events that hire us to film those events, school events, government events, and the fees that we are hoping to be able to charge to do so. It's nominal. It's definitely not market rate, but it helps us to sustain, and it's just enough for us to get by. And the memberships, the members help us by just getting the word out there that the station is here, the station's relevant, and it's important.
And doing such a great job.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, we've had a good time tonight. We had a pretty good group. How big a group do you think we had? How many people did we
I'm
have?
going to guess about 60 or 70 people that showed up. Yeah. So I just heard the caterers say they brought 600 appetizers and walked away with almost nothing. So we did a pretty good job with the food anyway.
And we had some entertainment.
We had some wonderful entertainment from Sandy Geller.
Yeah.
She played the piano and sang for us. And Rob Sundberg was our master of ceremonies, and we had a beautiful demonstration by Curtis Aikens, celebrity chef.
Yeah, I'm going to get Rob on my show. He came tonight in this. How would you describe his attire? Did you notice his attire?
Yes, I certainly did. It was sort of a magenta, bluish, iridescent suit. very charismatic person.
Very shiny and
very
red.
shiny,
red
yes,
tie.
absolutely. An attention grabber.
He's such a great guy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us live at the NCTV studio. And come back.